Hello and welcome to GAVRA Racing GT3 at Long Beach. We have a little surprise tonight for one of our favourite commentators, Scott. And he might be a bit shocked when he sees this, but here you go, mate. Just for
Proof, are his times glitched, or hasn't he set a lap time yet? I think the latter.
Do the latter, so we'll never know what position he is in.
Yeah, I don't think he was rejoining later in the session, so he must not have come into a lap yet.
Now that ahead is one of the other forces that not there. Or is that a Janetta? I think it's a Porsche.
It's quite hard to spot actually.
It's going in the wall. It is a Porsche indeed. That is the number 33 they're getting in the way as they come down the straight. Now, is that Joe?
He cuts him off.
Getting cut off there. Look like he's being a bit dangerous there, not letting him through. Now he decides to let him through, does he? He isn't. Well, that's spectacular there, whoever that is. 33, hopefully we'll find out who that is at a later date, but there's a big issues here, isn't it?
No, it isn't Joe because he is in the pits at the moment. We're gonna see who it is. He's still getting into the way. What's a clean lap and proof?
It's a good lap, held up and see. He doesn't know pulling through. Find out it's across the line.
Well, Hoof sets a lap time.
Hoof, isn't it?
See, yeah, Goner, massive damage. Massive.
To investigate that before that's crazy as well as a potential issue for drivers here. If you can gain a physical advantage if you as you spike spinning, of course. We'll have to keep an eye out for that for other drivers, won't we, Patrick?
Yeah, and we have to sort it out before Thursday when GT3 was through. We want that to be clean.
Indeed, Hoof in 12th place, battling, of course, that's Augusto there in 11th. Who's going to go in the wall there? He does.
Yes, Hoof in the wall. And Hoof has lost the back end. That's not a good camera. That's a good camera. Let's see.
Of course, a few issues. Hoof still behind that, of course, is going in the wall. I'm sorry, but no champion would cheat, of course, but perhaps, of course, it is cheating, isn't it, Vettel? You have to realise that really is quite a cheat here, because I don't think any other driver is doing so.
It is cheating,
and if they are, it is for a very interesting manner. Have a look at
no one is doing it as well. It's quite embarrassing to see it actually, because this is not where GAVRA Racing stands for. He's quite an experienced driver, yeah, he's been here for a while. Oof.
Who's going to get past Joe here? It's a good exit. Joe, I think he let him through there. Looked very mysterious, lifting off there. Perhaps he had a penalty. Going slowly there.
That was quite a nice move from Hoof. It looked quite good from him. See, Hoof and Pinsky now also. Hoof is really pushing now. All up to 9th. He was all the way in last, remember? He's doing a good job.
He's catching up, of course, lads.
It was quite respectable. It was quite respectable from Hoof because, well, sometimes his hands doesn't really work. He has kind of a medical condition. I do not know for sure what it is, but racing can be very hard for him, especially on this track. So it's really respectable for him what he's doing at the moment.
Indeed, Hoof Arcade, formerly known as SRC, of course, remember? The person who went, of course, backwards, of course, in Sonoma, but definitely an improved driver, of course, from the internet.
Well, let's see what Hoof can do on Pinsky.
Indeed, he's catching up. Pinsky actually opens up a bit of gap there.
Has he gone into the wall?
I don't think he's done so. I think he slowed down in the background there.
Can get a bit of a hit.
I can withstand it, but a bit of argy-bargy, and he's catching back up to Pinsky there. He's not really let that gap go, has he? I see from the chat saying, okay, that's serious corner cutting right there. It really is.
Ooh, really on the edge now. That's why I like this track, just watching a race, because you know the cars are getting so close to the barriers. I haven't tested this track yet for myself on GT3, but I think in GT3 it will be even more close to the wall. So that will be interesting to see on Thursday.
Of course, the MP3s as well.
Yeah, the MP3s.
It'll be an interesting mix, isn't it?
Yeah, normally the MP3s must be way faster around here. Maybe the speed deficits might be even dangerously big. Wolfhard's already goes on it.
Look at that dive! That was an absolute dive bomb! And he got the corner, he got it break. That wasn't even an opportunity to make a move.
That was just
Pinchy caught sleeping there. Is he going to come into the pit lane? And he doesn't know. I thought perhaps he was. Gav's still in the pit lane, so he's got damage on that car indeed.
I think Hoof is just Daniel Ricciardo in disguise. That was such a great move.
Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Mufasa, out comes Gavra, so he wants to be careful here.
Can Pinchy come back?
Look at this.
Pinchy
trying down the inside, make contact.
That was really close.
Gav getting well out of the way there. Really gnarly, showing blue flags with the respect they need.
Pinchy and Hoof both really diplomating each other.
Here.
Maybe Hoof giving him giving him the same he did a corner before that.
Jonah's saying, I'm starting to lose.
On the back of Joe Black again.
Yes, now that could be the other car that's lost his front end. He isn't, but someone's lost their front end. It looked like it would have been a Mustang, so I'm leaning it to a Mustang. Hoof, I think, is going to make a pretty decisive move here. He's going to slot one down the inside.
Is he doing
Joe's one to leave each other space, so I suppose that would be an easy move on the exit.
Nice track there, cameras.
Yeah. Camera being a bit glitchy.
Hoof is doing a good job. Of course, he lost a lot of time with the pit stops.
Hey Huff, this is Phoenix. Hope you had a happy birthday, Huff. I hope you weren't too drunk. All the best, mate. See ya.
Hi Scott, alles Gute zum Geburtstag. Wir sorgen uns noch eine Miss Merz für unseren Chat. Traditionen müssen gewahrt werden. Ansonsten, schönes Rennen, ein Sieg von Manchester City. Cheers, mate.
Hi Scott, Soup here. I just wanted to wish you a very, very happy 50th birthday from myself and from all of us here in GAVRA Racing. Law Brett Law, 100 as we say here in Ireland. But like a fine wine, getting better with age, I suppose. Although in your case, I don't know. But I'm just chilling out in my commentary booth. I got my mic, got my steering wheel, and got the complimentary Christmas socks. Get over it, I'm wearing Christmas socks in February. But I hope you have a good one, mate. Enjoy the GT3 race, and here's to many, many more commentaries to come. Have a good one, mate.
Tillykke med fødselsdagen, Hoof. Happy birthday, Hoof. From your friend DJ. With those 50 years. I hope you get 50 more, and I'll see you on the track.
Evening, Hoof. Happy birthday, mate. Hope you had a good day. Love the commentary, by the way.
Hej, det är Scott. Hiker of Sweden här. Grattis som fan på födelsedagen.
Welcome to Long Beach. For turn 1 you want to cross the pit exit and brake about at 450 meters. There's always the danger of spinning out here or a huge pileup in lap 1. At the fountain section overtakes are possible, but both drivers have to be very aware. No runoff area, 16 drivers, only 80 seconds lap time. If you spin, you have 5 seconds on average to get yourself out of the way. Don't cut here and try to get as close as possible to the wall on exit. You should not get as much oversteer as I got here. Very interesting turn here. If you get the exit right, there's an opportunity to overtake your opponent. Brake at 400 meters and then try to compensate for any oversteer. Too much throttle will cost your line here. Few lines are possible here, but any attempt to overtake will end in a crash probably. Back on the start-finish straight or turn, That was one hot lap at Long Beach, but stay tuned for the video to come next.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and first of all, may I say thank you very much for all my birthday, shall I call them celebrations? Do you call them celebrations when you're 50? I don't know, I've never been 50 before, so I haven't got a clue. I just know that my brain's about 12. But like I say, thank you very much, people. As for 50 more, yeah, right, I'll be looking to get another 10. The way things are going, but hey, enough about me. Let's get into this. So here we are at the wonderful Long Beach circuit in good old LA, in La La Land, as we over this side of the pond like to call it. Not the easiest of circuits. We raced it on Monday, myself and the rest of the GT4 crew. I must admit I didn't face plant the wall as many times as I thought I might have done. As you saw in that video, I actually overtook a few people for a change, and that is a change, trust me. For me, maybe they felt sorry for me and let me get past, I'm not sure which. Anyway, in the meantime, we are wandering around and watching Vectro. I saw him in practice actually while that video was playing, so I could see two different things on my screen, and I must admit, he did fake plant the wall more times in practice than I did in the whole race on Monday. Sorry, mate. About to get back somehow, didn't I? In the meantime, of course, we're into qualifying here. We've got, what, 12.5 minutes left? Ferrelli Jr. is, at the moment, 117.2 against Cash's 118.3. He's quite impressive. For those of you who don't really know Ferrelli, he's a pretty impressive guy. Him and Cash, teammates, of course, in their Ferrari B team, although they're driving Audis. But they think it's, they still think it looks like a Ferrari, allegedly. I'm sure that's an in-joke for those guys, but definitely doesn't. It's an Audi R8, isn't it? But these two guys probably are the standout ones within this group at the moment, as Ferrelli just sits there in the pits, happily smug with his 117.2. He might not even bother coming back out again. In fact, if I'd done that, I don't think I would. I'd just have a rest. In the meantime, going to get on the roof. We might have a bit more roof cam in this race due to the nature of the way that some of these corners are in Long Beach. That little bit there that you just pass in there was introduced about 20 years ago, so I'm led to believe. And that's to make sure you take a certain path around that corner. Obviously that was a bone of contention, but we're not saying any more about that, are we? But it is there for that reason. And in truth, yeah, it makes the corner, I suppose, a little bit more difficult because you've got to swing out a bit more. The thing with this circuit, I think, really is to be confident enough to get close to the wall. You might have noticed in the impromptu video that was shown about me earlier, in a lot of the corners, I managed to somehow, I don't know how, but somehow managed to fathom a way into realising how far I could go and how close to the walls I could get without actually hitting the damn things. And in that case, it's one of them. Once you work that out, it's not so bad. Shall we see where everyone is? Go on then. There we go. Nice little pretty look at Long Beach. Lovely circuit. It's never been one of my favourites, if I'm honest, until Monday, where I quite enjoyed myself. Other than that, I've hated it with a passion. But again, like I say, it's one of those circuits. If you get into a groove, it's probably one circuit that I think it's fair to say, I know for Ferrelli and Cash, they'll be quick anyway, and Vectro for that matter, he's putting in some decent times with his teammate Matteo. There's a few guys putting in good times in all fairness, but it's one of those circuits where I think it's better off doing 95% rather than 100% and just making sure you don't hit a wall. If you don't do any damage on this circuit, then I think in fairness, you can maybe do this circuit in one set of tyres. I managed to do it on a set of softs. I didn't intend to, it was a bit of a mistake, but in the end I managed to do 49 laps on a set of softs, which did work. So I know if some of the guys are using hards, then they will probably fare a damn sight better with those. They will certainly last for the race itself. So I think it's going to be a strategy race. Because if we're looking at the timings here, as we're looking there, if we're looking down the board as we're just looking at Vectro there, just under 10 minutes left for people to jockey for position. But if we're looking at that and you're thinking, in all honesty, there's 1.5 seconds between first and 7th. And I'm just picking the guys that are under 119 for the minute for the purposes of this, although Pollux is only just outside that. Hello, champs. Quite surprising, only done 119.3 at the moment. I'd expect him to push himself further up this leaderboard. I would have thought he'd be at least on the 3rd row of the grid, but you never know. Different horses for different courses, isn't there? We all have circuits that we prefer, and we all have circuits that we kind of don't really like. Talking of hello champs, let's have a look at it. So again, 8 and a bit minutes left for people to jockey for position. Again, my thing, this is my opinion. I mean, some of you guys might have different opinions, and throughout the course of the evening, feel free to throw them at me. I can see them, honest. Although my eyes aren't what they used to be, it's age, it is. It's one of those things. It's an unfortunate thing. You know, I'm going to get my crutches and my wheelchair next, honestly. And I've already got my one-way ticket to Dignitas already bought, so I should be fine then. I don't want to burden any of my family with having to purchase it for me. Not that any of them would anyway, but that's another thing entirely. Anyway, enough about that rubbish. So like I say, most of the guys are in the pits at the moment. Hello Champ's one of the few, with Matteo Cash is just coming back out. He will probably try and fight with Ferrelli to see if he can get that first place off him. I don't think he will, if I'm honest. That's my opinion. Having watched what Ferrelli did last week, I was mightily impressed by him, having never watched him before. I knew of his reputation, but I'd never seen him race. And having watched him, I just think, yeah, he looked a cut above. Not just the times he was doing, but the lines he took, the way he drove. That was quite impressive. Sorry, mate, he paid me 20 quid to say that. I am joking. In the meantime, while they're all doing that, we're down to the 7 minutes. Just having a little look in the chat. Let's just have a look. Thank you, Mr. Razy, saying Scott makes 50. Happy birthday! Yay! Yes, I did try not to make it. I've tried several times, and a few people have tried to make me not make it as well in my lifetime. But I did get it. I did get it. And like I say, thank you very much, gents, for that video. That was funny. Actually, it was a good job I had an half decent race on Monday. Otherwise, you'd have had absolutely sod all the show. Because most of my races have been pants. So yeah, that's good. And hi, I'm going to stitch you up, mate. I will get you back, honest. Yeah. Was that soppy stuff there, Soup? Was that soppy stuff or was that soupy stuff? I'm not sure. And Heike saying happy 50th. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sure you people will be catching up on me one day at a time. Anyway, 5 minutes, well, 6 minutes and counting now. This is probably where we'll start to hot up a little bit. Cash is caught up a tiny bit with Ferrelli, but not very much. Can anyone else get under 117? Ferrelli's murdered it. Tell you what would be a good idea, if you guys don't mind. Let's have a look and see where Mr. Junior is. Well, let's maybe see if we can have a look at him and just see what he does here. Where are we on the track? We're only about halfway round, aren't we? So we'll have a look at one or two of the other guys just to see about the position jockeying. Let's jump back here. Obviously, Mayo is showing as no time at all. Unfortunately, that's due to, if anyone disconnects, you probably all heard this before, but for the benefits of anyone that hasn't, if anyone disconnects at all during qualifying, then yeah, you're back in the race. As far as the drivers can see, they can still see their position correctly, but for the benefits of you guys at home and us as a broadcasting team, we can't. So come on SMS, if any of you guys actually get to watch any of our races or get any feedback, sort it out, please. It would make life easier, because if it happens to 4 or 5 people, it's an absolute meh to try and sort out. In the meantime, let's have a little run through everybody then. Here's Mr. Boache, who's trying very hard. hopefully for him, this season is all about trying to improve, a bit like me from that point of view. Apart from that bit, I just gave him the kiss of death there, didn't I? What? Sorry, I should never laugh at anyone else's misfortune. That is so not etiquette. Sorry, mate. I've just couldn't resist it. I'm sorry. I'm just going to move before No, I can't. Sorry. Anyway, here's Mr. Phoenix, our Scouse friend who was happily serenading me earlier. I thought he might have sung a Beatles tune, you know, being a Scouser, but I've heard him sing before, and it's, let's just say his racing's probably better than his singing. I'm sure you don't mind me saying that, mate. Probably give him the kiss of death with that. I'm sure he'd be trying to look for a top 6 or 7 finish tonight. He was hopefully looking for something like that last week, but it didn't quite go to plan for him, in all fairness. Bit of a nightmare. So hopefully he can redress the balance. We're going to miss out Flayboy because he's sat in the pits having a cup of tea. We'll have a look at Pete. He's just done a better lap there. So he's running in at 120.3. As you can see here, there's a fair bit of disparity between some of these lap times. You've got over a 5-second difference between, obviously, Duarte and Pirelli, but in all fairness, there's no disgrace in that. Truth. We'll jump back through to Allo Champs again. Let's see. Let's have a look. So again, Allo Champs. What I've noticed, and I don't know whether this will change a bit in a race, people seem to be a little bit reticent to go really wide, just as Allo Champs does just that. Coming into these corners, it is really possible, I can say this firsthand, it is really possible to get really wide, get really tight to the wall, as long as you're comfortable and knowing exactly where your turn point is. Somehow, weirdly, I managed to find that for the first time ever in my life in years, to see about that. But once you do that, it does retain the pace, and it does make a hell of a difference. So I would expect to see Pirelli and Cash doing that sort of thing. Some of the top guys, again, Hio, Vectro, those sort of guys, certainly pushing that and maybe not swapping paint with the wall, but getting pretty close to doing so. So, 1 minute and 50 left. All these guys will be coming back round to try and do their best laps. Just looking at Ibrich. Somebody tell me, is it Ibrich or Ibrich? And oops. Again, I've just given him the kiss of death. He's just done on that corner what I did, which is I thought I cleared the corner once and I slapped it with my backside. And trust me, it's a big backside. And it made me stop, just like he did there. He's not moving. We'll leave him there because I don't think he's going to move. At least he's near the pits. And just on the chat for a minute, as we're down to the last minute or so, Soup's just saying strategy-wise, what are you thinking? I don't know whether you heard me before, Soup, but my strategy was found out by accident, but the way that I look at this is if somebody's running hard, it's a no-stop strategy. A no-stop strategy wins this race. And obviously, you need to make sure that you don't hit anything and have any damage. If you can get by with that, then no-stop strategy wins the race. You go out with a full tank, which for me has got to be, I don't know what it is in a GT3. I went out with about 70 odd litres and I still had a few left, so it's got to be close on it. It'd be interesting to see actually on the start line if we got the 2 minutes to sit and watch him. I'll try and flick through that and have a look, because that really will come into play in this with a no stop. It's again from the start, apart from the top guys. I mean, sorry, I've missed out Hio there. Hio and Cash have swapped places. Hio's managed to pop in a 17.9. I've done him a disservice there. He's managed to get himself up on there. Vectro, can he get better than his fourth? Again, second row of the grid. That's no mean feat, because he was not having a lot of fun in practice, unless he was just trying a few things out. But that was quite good. So we're pretty much at the end there as Vectro decides to swap paint with the wall. But yeah, that's a better line going through there to try and go wide into those. But yeah, going back to the strategy, when all the cars are sat on the grid, if I can move my hands quick enough, I'll try and run through, see what everyone's carrying fuel-wise. I mean, if they're all carrying a full tank, then they might all be trying to go for the non-stop strategy. As I said, I did it on softs. It was a tough finish. Certainly the last 10 laps were a bit ropey. The last 5 were pedestrian from my perspective. It was really difficult. But again, these guys are a bit better than me in terms of being proficient in setting cars up. Probably know how to conserve their tyres a little better than I did. So some of these guys, I wouldn't be surprised if they could run softs and run right the way through. Hards will definitely work. Hards will definitely work as a non-stop strategy in this race, without a shadow of a doubt. There's no two ways about that. So it'll be interesting to see if people do pit. But obviously, front row of the grid. Superb effort from Hayo there, getting in, just jumping in front of Cash, so he's splitting up the 2 Ferrari B boys. So front row of the grid, Pirelli and Hayo. Cash and Vectro on the second row of the grid. Flip, who again I've spoke about in previous races, who I think is a bit of a dark horse here. He's a pretty good boy, having seen him in the academy. And Matteo, of course, being Vectro's team. So here we are back on the grid. Let's see if we can have a little flick. So let's start. J, 120 litres. I think that's a bit too much, mate. But then again, what do I know about GT3? I think Phoenix will be changing that, don't you? 20 litres. It's going to be a pretty short race. Yeah, as Soup says, great job from Hayo. It was a stormer, wasn't it? Flayboy, 10 litres. I think some of these guys are going to be changing this. At least I hope they are, otherwise this could be really interesting. 96 litres there from P. 130 from Husa. Mayo, 84. Yeah, that's looking a bit more like where I thought. Pollock's 100. Hello Champs, 105. Is everyone going to go for a no stop, do you reckon? 102, 104, 125. Wow. 118, 97. 106, 100. Everyone's around about the 100 mark, aren't they? Most people around about the 100 mark. I think 84 was the lowest I saw. I think that's the lowest I saw on that. So we're all ready to rock and roll. Just waiting for people to change some of their fuel, otherwise they'll be having a pretty damn short race. So let's have a look. Let's just see exactly where we are. I'm going to go on the roof. Not literally, but I'm going to go on the roof here for the start of this race, because in all honesty, the trackside cam is pretty rubbish. I'm going to jump back a little bit. This is where I'm going to go from, people, as we're ready to rock and roll. Just so we can see, so great start off from the front guys there. Pirelli got away really well. This is where I'm just going to watch for the start of this as we come into this first turn, because if anything's going to happen, this is where it's going to happen. As Matteo comes in. Oh, Matteo's missed it. Matteo's missed it. Let's have a look. So the front guys have got through. I'm just going to jump back. The front 3 are still in order. I'm just going to jump back. Matteo got left there as we jump in with some of the guys going around a fountain, which I found not the easiest of turns to get through, especially in the first corner. First lap or two, it was definitely different there. It's not the easiest of corners, but I think once we start to spread out a little bit, then we can have a look. Obviously there's battles going on all over the place. It's not normally an angle I use, this going on the roof, but kissing. I'm really going to have a little jump up right to the front as we come back through. Obviously the front 4 will, in my view, might get to pull away a little bit, but obviously Cash has managed to jump in front of Hayo and get Ferrari B1 and 2 at the moment. Pity for Hayo. It would have been good if he could have held Cash out of there. Yeah, I agree with you there, Soup. Yeah, that's exactly what I did on Monday. Back out of it. You're better off Because if the minute you sustain damage in this, it's your strategy's out the window, and that's not really what you want to do. It just ruins everything, because if you want to do a no-stop strategy, then you're better off, even if it means letting somebody pass, then you've got to go back past them again. For me, it's still worthwhile. It's very much a worthwhile thing to do, because it will definitely work easier. Let's jump on the bonnet of Hayo here, because obviously he's going to keep tracks on Cash. Whether Cash can hold Hayo off away from Pirelli, I think this is going to be a good battle from these three. Hayo, by his own admission, it was all a bit disappointing last time out. He got caught up into some incidents within the race that he probably wouldn't have wanted to get into, but sometimes you can't help that. Things happen, and I think there were one or two, weren't there, in all fairness, and that can sometimes throw your strategy right out the window. That's not what you want to do, especially in a race like this, because that makes a difference. Let people go if you need to, rather than take a gamble and end up wishing you hadn't. But again, I think Hayo will do well to tail these two Ferrari B boys. I think he'll do well for that. So what we're going to do in the meantime is let's have a little look through. Oh, Cash has just face planted the wall. Oh, that's a full-on face plant. He's got to have some damage off that. He's got to have. Definitely got to have some damage there. Serious damage. I mean, Pirelli's going to pull away. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next lap or two. I'm just going to jump back. Look at Vectro. Vectro's just dropped back a tad from Hayo. I'm going to stay here. Obviously, we've got a couple of guys in the pits because they maybe had a little bump at the back there after turn one. We had a little look there. We had 2 or 3 pretty close together on the fountain. You've not got a good enough spread on this course to be able to do the trackside cam. Obviously the fencing gets in the way quite a lot. I had a good tip off of Vectro for this one, so thanks mate. He certainly knew that one. Yeah, he certainly did lock the rears there. It was Hayo's going to be all over him here like a rash, which is, let's have a look. But yeah, if he's locking up that early on, then wonder what his setup might be if you're locking like that. Even I didn't do that. Oh, this is what I hate about this track that you've just seen there. Coming out of the pits again, Cash very, very close to sideswiping the wall there. And no, maybe this isn't the circuit for him. Maybe this isn't one of those circuits that he likes. I mean, Pirelli in the meantime has built himself up a 3-second lead and just, for the moment, probably get himself into the groove and keep going around. What I'm going to do for the moment is move away from these guys. We'll come back to them. Obviously, I think they're going to be battling for the majority of the race. I don't think there's going to be much in this at all. But I will come back and have a look at, so we can have a little look at everybody else. Yeah, he's definitely struggling there. Definitely struggling in there. SCLD saying about traction control and ABS being disabled. Oh, we've lost Mayo. Mayo's gone. He's been disconnected. So he's obviously had issues. I mean, I don't know where he is in the world, but if he's in the UK, trust me, outside my house at the moment, it's like the Antarctic. It's absolutely been chucking down with snow all day. I dared to venture out, but if he's in the UK, then some of the UK guys might struggle a bit. As we watch Hayo, I am going to stay here. He's certainly got the run on Cash. He's certainly got the run. Is he going to outbrake him into this, or is he going to face plant? This is difficult. Well done, well done. That's a good move, and I think that was going to move into him properly there. Let's have a look. I did try and move over there, but I pressed the wrong button. So sorry, guys. I pressed the wrong button and nothing happened. But those two are going to have a good battle. That was a good passing move from Hayo there. Cash has definitely got a problem in those first 1 or 2. Definitely got an issue there. But yeah, sorry, going back to SCLD saying about traction control and ABS. Basically, it's whatever the car's got. So in terms of, with all our races, it's realistic. So if the car has traction control and anti-lock braking, then they're there. So we have them. If the car doesn't have them, then you don't. So whatever the real car has in the real world, that's what you have. So if your car has it in the real world, you've got it. doesn't, you don't. Hopefully that was as clear as mud. Any more questions on that one, please send them to somebody else. Thank you. No, I'm joking. If you've got any questions on that, obviously send them over. Yeah, you've got to have good confidence in these brakes. Well and truly. That was something, like I said, that I found out very much so. I'm going to jump back through. Let's have a look at some of the guys. Obviously there's Pollux with half of his lights working, so... But at the moment, he's just got a bit of a run on Pete. He's trying to get a run on Pete. Phoenix is in the pits, so he's obviously face planted the wall. Or he forgot to change his fuel again. I'm going to stay here for the moment. I was going to move, but I'm just going to stay there with these two guys. Because they are very, very, very close. This little battle for 7th and 8th, it's quite an intense battle between these two. Like I say, in some places, trackside camera is not a bad one, so you get a decent view. It's just, I know coming into corner 1 and 2, I've been told that they're pretty rubbish. But obviously it's not much good if you get to watch a load of fencing. Yeah, I gathered you were mean and you always have yours off. But again, if it's real in the real world SCLD, then maybe you should have it as we watch Pollux getting through. That's a good run. Keep an eye on that as well. In the meantime, we're just going to have a look at Hello Champs and Husa. We've got 3 guys here, all pretty close together. As we see the 3 of them coming down the back straight there, they're going to get a slipstream and move. A bit too far behind, didn't it? It looked closer from the angle I was looking at then. But again, this could be an eventful race. Again, I don't know whether you guys are clocking it, but looking at the fuel on some of these guys, because obviously some of these guys would have changed it when they were on the grid ready to start. But that's oh, who's gone there? Who's gone? Is that Boache? Has he gone there? It is. Sorry, mate. That's a really awkward one for him. He's in a really awkward position. He's okay now. He's okay to move now. But fair credit to him for waiting and letting everyone through. There's somebody coming around. Yeah, well done. It's very, very tempting to try and make a move early. I'm just going to jump up to the top 3 again because Cash is trying to come back at Hio here. Pirelli is streaking away. So at the moment he's probably going into his own little mode there, Pirelli. And barring disasters, then I know we're only 8 laps into a 54. There's a hell of a lot of racing still to go, but if he carries on as he's doing, then he's just going to roll away. There's nobody in his way. The only time it might get interesting is when back markers come into play, because it can be awkward on it. Even under blue flags, as Cash does his closest get to the wall scenario. We've got Mayo back, but obviously don't think that means he can do anything there. Yeah, he's definitely got damage there. Yeah, Super saying I want Boache to win one day. Yeah, it would be nice for him. The thing is, it'll be for somebody like him. Again, I put him in the same sort of category as me to an extent, in the fact that you might not be the best racer out there for whatever reason these days. It can be for any reason, but the guy's interested in it. He wants to get better. He's racing with people who are better than him. You can only get better. You can only get better. And that's what I said to him, in all fairness. I messaged him after the other race because he apologised to everybody, and I'm sure he won't mind me sharing this, but he apologised to everybody and said, I'm not good enough. Hey, it's not about not being good enough, mate. You try and race fair, you try and do all this in the right way. That matters to us as much in GAVRA racing as whether you can be the fastest guy on a track. You could be the fastest guy out there, but you might not be very safe. You might not be the fastest guy out there, but you try and be as safe as you can be, and kudos to you for that. And hopefully, as time goes on, you'll get used to the cars more, you'll get better. Some of the guys hopefully will help you out a bit with settings and stuff, and knowing how to set up the car, which will make it better for you, and you will see improvement. I've had help, I don't mind admitting it. But obviously, people can help and set up your car, as we're looking at 11 and 12, which should be Hybrid here. Are they 11 as well? Are they actually on the same lap? Yeah, they have to be on the same lap. As we're looking at Phoenix, who's into 10th. Again, he'll be looking for a fair bit of an improvement. He wants to stay clear of the walls, get a clean race in, and hopefully try and move himself up that board. At least aiming for a 6th place finish, I would have thought. You've got to have an aim at the start of a race. Even I have an aim. My aim is to finish not last. And if I finish not last, I'm happy. But obviously, as time goes on, we all try and readdress those. Right, let's jump into Hello Champs here. Again, who had a storming race win in week 2. Oh, what's going on there? Oh my god, what's going on there? What's going on? Chaps, what are you doing? Vectro's in the pits. Who's there? I was trying to look at my replay on it just to see. Yeah, or to finish. Yeah. I know that's meant in the right way. So, but no, I know what you mean. So these guys going to have a bit of damage. Certainly, let's have a look at Pollux there. Hello Champs. Himself into 5th place. So, right, that's Pollux in 6th. So if we got in front there, I'm assuming Boarget's got a penalty there because he's got. Not quite sure what a penalty might be. I'm not going to put it on for the moment. I suppose I could do. Bear with me. Let's try and press the right button so it moves. Let's have a quick look. What's he got? He's got a 10-second. That's got to be sugar. No, I don't want to do that, do I? Press the wrong thing. Don't want to do that. I would have been quitting the session. Yeah, I think he did. I think he did have the wall. You're right there, Sue. Stick with it, Boarget, mate. Nice. It's easy to get despondent when things don't go your way. I know that better than anybody. Just keep going, persevere, you will get better. It's a learning curve. But yeah, Vectro, that's a bit of a stonker for him, in all fairness. Now, he would be looking to try and fight for a podium. Yeah. That's really what you want to aim for. I mean, what the heck was that? Was that Phoenix? Was it Phoenix? Or was it Flay? It might have been Flay Boy going into the pits. I don't know about you guys, what your thoughts are on this, but I hate the pit lane here. I actually hit my car against the pit lane trying to go into the pit lane. Because you've just come round a 180-degree turn, pretty slow, you probably swung out wide, and then if you've got somebody on the inside of you, you've then got to swing back over, and again, exiting the pit lane. It's horrible. It's got to be one of the worst pit lanes I've ever seen. No offence to anybody at Long Beach, but if you design that, mate, you deserve taking down a back alley and being given a slap. It's awful. Well done, Playboy, letting the guys past. But it is terrible in that respect. Because you come back out, you've got somebody flying down that start-finish straight, and they're tanking it at top speed, probably the fastest place on the track, and then it takes up part of the track from you, and you're flying, and you need that line in order to take the first corner without face planting it. So, yeah, it is. It's awful. It is. If there's a worse one, I've yet to see it, but yeah, I think an average pit stop here is about 1.5 minutes because the pit lane is so damn long. So anyway, we're looking at Hello Champs. Obviously left you with those pictures because we've got these 3 guys here at the moment. I know Cash is jumping on the back of Hayo because Hayo's obviously in front of Cash, as we saw earlier, and he's managing to hold him off. As Ferrelli is just basically shooting off into the distance. These top 3 guys are seriously head and shoulders in front at the moment, as you can well see. Husa in 4th is 34 seconds behind, as we're seeing. I think Boarget's got some damage there, but he's staying over the far side and letting all these guys through. I'm staying here with these 3 because there's a little bit of a battle going on. So obviously we've got Hello Champs there, who we're looking at in the 911. Just behind him, well, according to this, it's Pollux, but I've got a funny feeling that it might not be. I might be wrong, or he's fleeing. let's have a look. So we've got Poitier there, who is invisible. Oh, no, there he is. He's not invisible. I stand corrected. We got Flayboy there. Are we getting a bit of lag on there, or is that my internet? Let me know, gents, if you will. I've got the stream up on my PC as well at the side of me, which also gives me an action replay about 5 or 6 seconds later if something exciting happens. But I just noticed a bit of lag on there, so I'm hoping that's my internet with the inclement weather outside, rather than a problem with the stream. Let me know if you can. And again, that's lag for everybody. Okay, cheers for that, so much appreciated. But I think basically for myself and for my teammate here, we're both in a very bad area for weather at the moment. We're both in a red zone for bad weather. But I'm looking at a little bit of lag on mine. We're getting a bit of breakup on this. It's obviously I'm just feeding some info to my director as well on here, just so Buxton Boy knows what's going on. But we're both in an area that's getting hammered at the moment. So sorry about that, guys. I'm actually in South Wales. I'm just outside Cardiff. Although you wouldn't guess by my accent, I know. But I'm a Mancunian by birth. But I'm just outside Cardiff, and it's absolutely bullering down. It's been bullering for quite a while. And obviously Buxton is into Somerset. He's further down, heading towards not quite Exeter in Devon. Oh, we've just lost. Right, I don't know. We've just lost visual. I'm going to keep talking just in case you can all hear us. Hopefully, I mean, Soup's telling me he seems to have settled. I hope that has at your end, guys. I've got no picture at my end, but I'm going to keep talking. So we'll just see what goes. We'll see what's happening. I'm going to keep talking anyway, unless I hear differently. But just in case we have no visual, let's have a look. Okay, can you guys hear any of us at all? Can you still hear me, people? That's the question. In the meantime, okay, phone's okay. All right, cheers for that, Mr. Miss Sally. Right, Soup's telling me that you can still hear me. Right, I knew I had a face for radio, but I mean, this is going to be like a radio commentary now then, isn't it? So I will do my best then to see what we can do with this. In the meantime, so it's only on PC that we got an issue. On mobile, we're still coming through wonderfully well, I'm led to believe. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's good. As long as you can hear, guys, I'll try and obviously make up for the lack of visual in some of these respects. So, just to give you a rundown then on where we are. All right, PC's fine as well. It's not on mine. You're on your laptop and it's back to normal. That's cool. That's good to know. Maybe it's just right for me and my director. We're getting nothing. But if you guys are still getting visual and you're still getting audio, then great. We'll obviously carry on. So hopefully that might just be at our end that we're getting the problems. But if you guys are still getting, if anything changes, guys, do me a favour, let me know, will you? But obviously we will keep going unless you guys tell us that there's something rather wrong. But that's okay. So if you can still see these pictures, then I'll change them then, because you won't be looking at Allo Champs's roof for the next 40 laps. So let's have a look. Let's jump into Cash, because obviously he's still trying to chase after Hio, who's doing a sterling job of splitting up. Yeah. Rip is just saying what happened to Vectro. I don't think he kissed the wall. I think he was necking it in real terms. If I can say that. Yeah, I'm after the 9 o'clock watershed, aren't I? Yeah, I'm well after. So at the moment, the real battle on track, as you can see if you can see all the timings down the side there, I'll give you a rundown of where we are. We're just under a third the way through this. I want to look right from the beginning, from the back of the grid all the way through. I'm just going to stay. No, there's a big enough gap between those two. I don't think we're going to miss that at the moment. I'll just watch the first corner as Cash chases Io down here. Considering the first two corners haven't really been Cash's top placing at the moment, he's had a bit of trouble negotiating those. Then I would imagine Io might try and get a bit of a march on him through these first couple of corners. Although maybe Cash has started to get to grips with it a little bit better. But again, looking at all here with these, I'll come back to these guys. I will come back to them. Just keeping an eye on it. So you've got Boarche with 98 litres, you've got Flay with 98 litres, you've got Phoenix with 91.3. Again, had a bit of a mare in fairness so far. Sure that'll get better for you, mate. Pete's got 70.3. Matteo's got 77. I correct myself. Pip has got 76. Vectro's got 88. Oof. Yeah, as he wall kisses there, I think. I'm assuming he went past Boarche there, but he went a bit wider than I think you might have fancied there. Yeah, to be honest, a few people have kissed the wall, haven't they? In all fairness, a few people that you wouldn't have thought would kiss the wall. Yeah, they are. They are doing pretty good. So again, just to give you an idea again on fuel, who says 96? Looks 68.2. Maybe knows something we don't. And Allo Champs here, 74.4. Again, I'm going to jump back in. See, Io's still managing to maintain that. In fact, he's managing to push that gap out a little bit to over a second. So if we did have DRS, which we don't, we still wouldn't be able to use it, would he? In the meantime, let's go and have a look at this guy. In all fairness, he's been that good at the moment. I don't think we can give him any greater accolade than to say he's the star in a stellar lineup at the moment. I mean, I thought, in all fairness to Cash, who's got what 56 wins now this season, I think, having had 2 out of 3 this season and 54 prior to this, that gives him, he probably tops all the leaderboards of GAVRA Racing. But at the moment, this guy, I think, would certainly give him a run for his money. Yeah, go on. Okay, I can hear some noise in the background. My director's telling me that for some reason, I don't know whether it's all to do with his weather, but it's given him some serious issues. So we might struggle to get to the end tonight, guys. But obviously, we will do our damnedest. Weather is something I can't control. And you're saying that, some people would say I can't control my car either, but that's another thing. What I'm going to try and do is, I've just reset my page and I've got the screen back up. I've got my screen back up. Let's have a look. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think I'm not going to repeat that word for word, Soup, but yeah, I get it. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think he'd do more than that. I mean, Cash is very good. Pirelli is storming. I think he's laying down the gauntlet there and saying I'm the daddy, isn't he? But as you can see, we're 20 laps in. We're over a third the way in. Yeah, it's past the watershed. Thank you very much. So I will say what Soup said. Basically, he was saying that he'd learnt most of the things that he'd learnt from Pirelli, and obviously he found his pace by having his ass handed to him by Pirelli on many an occasion. In all fairness, Pirelli would have a major problem handing me my ass, as it's rather large at this point in time, but it's still smaller than my wife's. Anyway, enough about my wife's ass, and mine for that matter. As we look at Pirelli, let me see. So we are starting to get a bit of a spread now, aren't we? Unfortunately for Flay, he's a fair bit down on the standings again, due to 1 or 2 good efforts. Oh, I've given him the kiss of death again. He's gone for a spin. Where does that leave everybody else though? Okay, my camera doesn't want to move. That's great. Thank you, camera. Now it does want to move. It did take a bit of time. Let's... I'm just going to laugh at that CLD, mate. I could have been lying. It may be svelte. So, anyway, as we are looking at Flayboy there, we've been chased by... Oh, no, we don't want to do that, do we? We're just having a quick look. Having a look at best lap times, just to have a gander. Pirelli's done 1:18.8. IO 1:19.4, Cash 1:19.3. They're the only other guys. Oh, Flip's managed a 1:19.8, to be fair to him. So they're the fastest 4 guys on the circuit. Hello Champ's just over 1:20. Matteo 1:19.6. Fair play. Let's just see that. Right, so we think that we might be okay. I'm going to take that off a second. Let's get rid of that. We've had a look at that for long enough. Let's see. So SCLD is saying, since I'm new and I know the oldest, who's the youngest in GAVRA? So who do you know is the oldest? Who do you know is the oldest then? Because it ain't me. I know at least 2 people that are older than me. One by a fair bit. So who's the oldest? Don't you dare say me. Yay! Right, so he says, Joe Black's the oldest as Flayboy goes again. He's in an awkward position there, isn't he? And he's got loads of cars coming up and all. So I don't think he's going to get a move here. Soup says, correct, it is Joe Black. For your bonus question, for bonus points, how old is he? Oh, that's a nice little spin. Oh, he's in the way, he's in the way. Is that hello then? He was just... Yeah, it was. That's okay, I think he just managed to get out of the way in time. No, it wasn't. I lied. So, let's have a run through then. So, with 13 people in, because we've lost a couple, unfortunately. Nico is older than me. Yeah, he is. How was Nico 63? I think you mean in Joe. I think Joe is, as the French say, 62. I think he's 62, but I'm sure he can come in and correct me if I'm wrong. Who else is young? Depends what you call young. I mean, Soup's an old guy. He's like 97, aren't you, Soup? I'm sure he can put something on there in a minute. Probably feels it with all the snow you've had over there at the moment, mate. So anyway, let's have a look through, because we got Matteo. Well, hopefully we'll see Matteo in a minute on the back of Ibridge at Ibridge. Let me see. There's another member of the old somethings club. Insert your own word there. That's for the members of GAVRA Racing that are over 50. And without saying his name, it's gonorrhea. I would never do that. Yeah. Let's see. I think is Ethan one of the youngest? Is Ethan 16, 17? Somebody can correct me on that. I know we got 1 or 2 of the guys who are quite young. I don't know how old you are, SCLD. Are you old enough to vote yet? Are you old enough to smoke? Not that you want to smoke, I'm not advocating that either. In the meantime, we're watching the little battle going on here between Pete, Matteo and Ibridge here. It is probably the only close battle out on track right now. You're younger than Ethan. You're still at school, are you? That brings back the days. I remember those days. I used to complain to my teacher about not doing homework, and when they said, why didn't you do it? I said, I didn't get paid for it. I'm there all day. What do you expect me to do? Anyway, so, meanwhile, back in Gotham City, or back in LA, we have... Is there a song that says that? Answers on a postcard to this address on that one. Bit of trivia back in LA? Don't know. Probably lots of songs about LA. But we have a 3-way spat going on between Matteo WRX, Ibridge or Ibridge. I've still not decided. Yeah, Wolf's only about 14, isn't he? I believe. And of course, we've got Vectro there in 8th, who will be doing his damnedest to try and build his way back through. It's not been the best of starts for him in the first third or near half of this race at the moment. Yeah, I know he said before he was 14, but that was a while back, so I thought... So he probably 15 or 16. God, that makes me feel great, doesn't it? 3 times his age. Does that mean... I make it look good though, even if I do say so myself. If anyone's seen a picture of me, I look about 23. Yeah, right. The nearest answer I could say to what I just said there was the guy who's in 6th place. Bollocks. That's as close as I'm going to get. Yeah, in my day it was O-levels. Yeah, who didn't make it tonight? As we look at the vaporizing pit crew. I've got a mental age of 10, does that count? I'm surprised it's that much, if I'm honest with you. I've had conversations with you, I'm sure you're still in junior school. Well, your 10 would put you there, wouldn't it? Yeah, in my day it was better, yeah, probably. In some ways, yes. In other ways, maybe not. Some things were better, some things were not, that's for certain. So we've got guys coming in and pitting, so there's a few guys here who've decided that they are not running on one set of tyres. I really wish it'd show us the tyres. Yeah, music, yeah, I agree with you there. Music definitely was better, without a shadow of a doubt. I have lots of Sex Pistols albums to prove it. In the meantime, so we've got Husa, who's also done a pit stop. We've had a couple of guys going in a pit, so they've gone out with a full race full of fuel, but they've decided to change tyres. Answers, thoughts on that one for you guys? Like I say, I was going to do a one-stop strategy, but I discovered that no stop would probably have been the best bet, without a shadow of a doubt. Let's go and have a look at this guy. He deserves a bit of our time here, doesn't he, in all fairness? The only reason why we haven't looked at him that long during this race is because, yeah, they definitely will. I thought Hio and I thought Vectro might have also gone for the non-stop, but obviously Vectro's all attacking probably put paid to that one. Yeah, but that's why, unless they've won the field, that's why I looked at the field. I thought for this race specifically, it was going to make one hell of a difference, and it would tell us what they had in mind. Obviously, Pirelli's gone out with a full race full. I know Hio did. I know Cash did. Most of the field did, from what I could see. However, some of them may have still decided, right, I'm going to swap tyres. But as I said before, on this track, it's a 1.5-minute pit stop. It's just bonkers. Without slagging it off too much, but as I said before, it's never been one of my favourite tracks. I mean, it's not a circuit as such, because it isn't, is it? But I did quite enjoy it on Monday, so maybe I'm rethinking it a little bit. But I do think the pit lane does need some modifications to make it look a little better. I'll be honest, I'd be really tempted to try non-stopping most races this season now after doing that, because if I could do it on crikey, I can't speak. If I could do it on softs, then I would have thought I could do it on hards. I did choose my words carefully there, didn't I? I mean, what's better, hard or soft? It depends what you're talking about, really, doesn't it? If we're talking about racing and we're talking about tyres, then it's open to debate. If it's about anything else, then hard wins all the time, doesn't it? Especially to the guys. But in the meantime, Sally was saying there that she or he or she or whatever you are today went for no stops. Ended up going in 3 times. Yeah, well, you're once, twice, 3 times a lady, Sally. Sorry, could not resist that. It was just there to be said. In the meantime, we are at the halfway point, apart from Pirelli, who's already into lap 28. Yeah, that's a fair point, Sue, to be fair, mate. LMPs and GTEs. The LMP3s are I think the GTEs will do okay. I find GTE easier to drive than GT3. So that's my own personal opinion. We did okay in the Ginettas and that. Yeah, as SCL Day is saying there, we found them okay. My thing is the LMP3s. My personal opinion and my personal driving style is with LMP absolutely pants. I find them really, they have a shakier booty than a hula dancer. Honestly, they really do. And on a track like this, I just think that's a recipe for disaster. I really do. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to be watching it. I will be watching it, come what may, because I'm going to find it interesting to see what the guys do with the LMP3. Are they going to try and take it easy? Yeah, GTEs. I thought, yeah, GTEs would be good, but it's shit pinball. Yeah, you're right there. All these need to be is round and silver, and they got it cracked. The Soup's saying you've driven it. What, you've driven it in an LMP3? Let us know how you fared. And Hiker's in, obviously in that championship. I don't know what car you're driving. Sorry there, Hiker. I don't know what car you're in. Obviously LMP3 wise, probably assuming Ligier. But so Vectro's in the pits again. I'm assuming he's got 68 litres of fuel. This is. I'm going to stay with him and just see what's going on. I can't see. Or is that a drive-through or something? Have I missed something there? Because he hasn't stopped. So unless I missed that completely. No, he hasn't. Oh, he's right at the end of the pit lane. Right, okay. That makes sense. So he's right at the end of the pit lane. That's got to be a tyre change, hasn't it? That's pretty quick. It's usually about 16 seconds, 16.6, 17, something like that. Stop riding the clutch. Yeah. Probably got his pit limiter on. But yeah, there he goes. Yeah, that's a tyre change. That's about 16, 17 second stop, I think. But he's in 8th. He's you know, that's. I'm assuming he's going to stay out for the rest of the race. See, this is what I think is mad, because you've then got to take a narrow lane coming in there, and that costs you. That costs you a lot. So I'm going to jump in with Ibridge now, who's obviously he's 9th. He's right at the back of Vectro now, obviously having that pit stop. You've got a few guys here who are together now. It's kind of made it. You've certainly got Vectro, Ibridge, Matteo. These three guys. Oh, what the heck went on there? What the heck? Braking went totally, completely there. Yeah, I would imagine he has got a pit limiter. I mean, I've got pit limiter set because obviously it's too much of a gamble not to these days. I got DQ'd in one race, so I do it now. But yeah, Ibridge absolutely mullered the tyres there, didn't he? So he's got no lights. He hasn't got his lights out for any other reason, I think, other than they've been absolutely mullered. As I think, is that Vectro or Matteo? That's Matteo who's having a look. He's around. Oh, there's a spinner. There's a spinner. And we did lose Buarche earlier, didn't we? We did lose him. Pity that. Pity that. Yeah, it looks like a crinkled bag of crisps, yeah. I mean, is that ready salted or salt and vinegar? Because it's a bit of a mix between red and blue, isn't it? But we're going to stay in with these guys because at the moment this is probably where the major action is going on, and Matteo was having a look there. So you've got Ibridge or saddled sandwich, call it what you want, in between Vectro and Matteo. Bit of team orders going on here. Will Vectro try and slow down Ibridge there and give Matteo a chance to get past him? He might have a chance to get past him anyway, because he's literally at the back of him. No, I thought he might have gone for a dive on that one, but we're going to stay here. We're going to keep an eye on these two guys. Let's jump in behind here. Let's see if I can move this properly and get in on the bonnet cam of Matteo here so we can get a bird's eye view of this. Yeah, Hayo did a 1:23.6, didn't he? Previous lap. That's Soup just saying that he's again whether his tyres are struggling. He's thinking about pitting. I don't know. Cash is right on the back of him. He's pretty close, but I'm staying here for the minute. Just that's. I thought he was going to go into pits then. The way he moved. Let's have a look. He's got the run on him. He's got the run. He's going to take him now. What's the wall? That was tight to the wall. Let's have a look here. That's a brilliant trackside view, isn't it? It showed me absolutely nothing. Is he looking to come back at him here? He is looking to come back at him. Let's see. No, he's managed to build enough of a gap. I think the position holds. I'm going to jump back here to see how close Cash is to Hayo. Hayo's next lap down was obviously a much better one. Dear me, people's typing in their spelling. That's awful. In the meantime, we're going to stay here. I know that Hayo is under a bit of pressure from Cash here. He's holding his own. I don't think it's his. I don't think he's going to lose his bottle particularly. He knows his line. He knows what he's going to do. Cash runs a little bit wide, gets close to the wall, but obviously manages to hold out. The Porsche is doing quite well in the straight line speed. So I would imagine on this track you probably don't use too much in the way of camber angle, because obviously you can use a bit of downforce, tend to go a little bit heavier on the downforce on a track like this and reduce the camber a little bit. Cash is probably trying to use, he's looking for a pass on the inside on this next corner, I reckon. Is he looking? No. Hayo caught the wall. It was not much of a catch, but he caught it. That's enough to slow you down a bit. Cash has got a chance here because he'll have better pace coming out of that corner. But I think Hayo's, in fairness to the Porsche, he's got pretty good straight line speed. He manages to pull away a bit there from Cash's Audi. But he's got a bit of a battle on his hands. Whether he might have a small amount of damage. Somebody winding Soup up by retracting all his messages or what? I don't know. Let's see, Cash is going. I think it's a matter of time here, isn't it? He's right on the back of Hayo, right on the back of him. He might get the inside here. Again, he's got better pace coming out of that corner, but the Porsche does pretty well in the straight line stakes. He might have a look, he's defending the line. He's trying to defend the line. Is Cash going to try and... I think it's too risky to dive in at this corner. He's defending that line, he's defending it well. Yeah. I just think it's way too risky on this corner in the fountain. It's way too risky to try. All you've got to try and do here, he said, as a man of experience, is he's effectively just sit basically on his backside, sit on his back bumper, which is what Cash is doing here. Half the time you don't need to make the pass. If you can make somebody panic enough, which is something that Suki told me a while back, sometimes you haven't got to make that pass. You just sit there and wait for them to lose their bottle. Because 9 out of 10 they will. Even an experienced guy like Hayo, when you've got somebody who's literally right up your backside all the time, it's one little mistake is the big difference. And I think Cash is literally just sitting there as close as he dare get and just wait for a slight mistake, and if he's that close in, then he should be able to make the pass. And I think he will make the pass. And the good thing, let's see here, I am going to stay with these guys. Sorry gents if you think it's a case of doing this at the loss of everybody else, but for the moment this is quite an intriguing battle, I think, in all fairness. Yeah, the Porsche is quick in a straight line, it is, and the Porsche, well, the GT3 is quick, the GT4 in terms of against the rest of the class is a world apart, I think, in all fairness. But I am going to stay here. I know there's a bit of a battle going on between teammates, being Vectro and Matteo, where I'm sure they ain't going to be mad enough to take each other out. I will stand corrected if they do, but Cash is looking, at the moment it's looking like when he's going to pass, not if. Let's get a different view on this. Let's have a look if I can move this around a bit. Let's have a look at Cash's. That might be a better view. Trying to outbrake. Oh no, no, no. Oh, nice. Oh my god. Oh, carnage. Oh, Cash is done for. Oh, he's done for. And that. I'm just trying to look at my sort of replay from that extent. Oh, that's horrible. And that's, especially when it's not any of your own doing. I think his car's got massive damage. The one good thing for him is he's near to the pits. Yeah, he's got it. I think he's got massive damage. That's horrible. That's, again, I don't think that's particularly anyone's fault from what I could see there. I don't think. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Oh, that's rotten, mate. That's horrible for Cash. I mean, it's horrible for anybody for it to happen to anyone. But when you're having a really good battle like that, it's. I mean, for Hayo, yeah, it's happy days. But for Cash, that's horrid, because 36 laps into 54, 2/3 the way through the race. Yeah, I don't think he's. It'd be interesting, mind. He's still fourth as we stand right now, but he might be in here for a little while. I don't know. He's lifting up there as if to say you're good to go, but surely I would have thought there was damage involved. I'm going to stay here for a minute. So we go trackside, and it's like the local KFC, isn't it? At the moment, everyone's queuing up for something with the alien pit crew, who've all been vaporized by Storm Emma, or the Beast from the East, which probably wouldn't be in LA anyway, but that's another thing entirely. So Cash comes out, hopefully fixed, patched up and ready to go, in 5th. Obviously now he's probably got a minute down on... oh right, it lifts after the tyres are changed, does it? Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It seems weird that they do lift it after the tyres are changed, because if the damage is still being repaired, then they don't want you to go before that all goes. Good evening, Mr. Buxton. Which is kind of weird, because he's saying hi all there, and he's also in my ear hole. So, well, not literally, because he'd have to be kind of small to be in my ear hole. But it's anyway. Enough of which part of my anatomy somebody might be hiding in. That probably could lead to something that's very, very wrong. In the meantime, let's come and have a little check-in with Mr. Ferrelli Jr., who is doing a bit of a masterclass here, isn't he? Yeah, Cadallo Champs make the podium. At the moment, he's there. Which again, after getting a first place already, he's doing really, really well, to be fair to him. For some reason, we got Bawache's microphone coming up on our screen. If you can hear me, mate, if you could turn it off. I can't hear anything coming through. Thank you, if you did hear me. If you get a chance, come on the stream, let us know what happened, mate. Obviously, I gather we lost you, which is a pity, but keep your chin up. Right. We'll get better. Obviously, you're in a group here, which is a very stacked group, as they would say in the States, and it is a stacked group. You've got some seriously good drivers here, even the seriously half decent drivers here. Oh dear me, such obscenities. Where's all the moderators when you need them? Somebody's telling me I'm old. You got to look at me, mate. I make this age look, well, you know, there's supermodels that don't look as good as me, honestly. And I don't even use certain products which may be advertised by certain very nice looking sort of females. Yeah, I agree, Soup. Yeah, ban, sign, die, as they say in Wales, which means you're banned for life. That's it. End of. Oh, you've been timed out by Soup for 300 seconds. Justice, yes. You are a star. You are a star. As we are watching Vectro. What's going on? Is he gone? Is he gone? No, no, no. We're going to stay here. We're going to keep... I'm going to keep Vectro happy. We're going to watch him for a bit. So he'll admonish me if I don't watch him, especially when it's something exciting. So anyway, battle for 8th, 7th, and... are they on the same lap? Are they on the same lap? Yes, 5 minutes in the naughty corner. Yes. Yes. I am telling you now, Mr. Director, man, go and sit in the naughty step, face the wall and put the dunce cap on. Yeah, he said he's just going to do it now. He is just standing in the naughty corner. As we're looking at Vectro on the back of his teammate Matteo. Well, not literally on the back of his teammate Matteo. You do understand. No, I'm not even going into that. Forget that. It just would have ended up wrong. So discretion is a better part of valor. We're not talking about things like that. It's too dubious. Even in an adult stream, it's dubious. So in the meantime, we have two teammates fighting it out for 7th and 8th. He's looking at him here, or is it just my angle that makes it look closer than what it really is? Actually, no, it is quite close. We're going to stay. This is the only fight out there until you've probably got Cash, who will try and eat away at Allo Champs for 4th and 3rd. I think that's going to be an interesting one as we look at Vectro there. Is Matteo going to let him go, or are they going to fight? What do you reckon? Fight. He's taking a run. He's taking a run. This is going to be... He's gone for the dive. He's got it. He's got it as well. Good pass. Good pass. Did he let him go? Don't know. Not sure there with that one. That's a good pass from Vectro anyway. He's got 16 seconds to catch up with Flip Flip, which Flip Flip's last lap was a 1:38, so I'm assuming there was a pit stop in that or a face plant in the wall. If you do know the answer to that one, let me know. Let's see here. We've still got Bawaje's microphone coming up on there. If you can hear me, mate, please unplug it. Let's see. You probably can't hear me, but if he's watching the stream or anything like that, or even if you've not got the sound on, if somebody can put it on there, then we could do that. Or if somebody can send him a PM, if somebody can send him a message, then all right, it won't come through. Right, he's in game chat. Is he? Cool. Okay, no worries. That's fine then. That's okay. It was just a bit. Just because I couldn't hear, I didn't know whether any of you guys could. But that's okay. I just kept seeing him flashing up at the side of the screen. Not literally, of course. You can get arrested for that these days. Probably got arrested for that in my day as well, in truth. Not that I've ever advocated anything like that either. Sorry, we're going off the point there, aren't we? It's my age, you see. It's Alzheimer's. It's kicking in. Sorry, what am I doing? What am I doing here? I don't know. Where am I? No, that's of course, I'm in Long Beach. I'm in Long Beach in good old La La Land, watching a battle out between, well, Matteo decided he was tired. Do you see what I did there? He was tired. I know my jokes aren't getting any better, lads and lasses. Really, they're not. But I imagine that's a trip to the pits. That's got to be damage. I would have thought he'd have had suspension damage off that, but he's staying out. Okay, fair enough. I would have thought he'd have had suspension damage off that, because that was a proper face plant, wasn't it? So let's get back. Flayboy's in the pits. What is he doing in the pits? There's no pit crew there. There's a bunch of green gremlins in front of him who are sort of halfway vaporized but not completely. And is he basically retired? I know the thing. Oh, that's terrible. I know. That's it. I'm removed from the broadcasting team now for my terrible joke. That's awful. Right, see you guys. That's it. Bye. No, I'm joking. I have got worse ones actually, but I'll save them for another night. No, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Ah, no one loves Mr. Buxton. Ah, what a shame. My heart bleeds pints and pints of purple piddle. So, anyway, let's have a look at Phoenix, who was trying his best to get close to the wall there. Yeah, I think he's retired. I know he said 20 minutes, but I didn't know whether that was a glitch. But yeah, after 38 laps, I think he's done, isn't he? Maybe he did have a few spins, bless him, and maybe the damage was a bit too much, or maybe it just got a little bit too much. Hiker says he loves me. Yeah. My wife said she'll fight you for me. Ah. Yeah. You can play me a tune on your key fiddle. Because I can't say the proper name for it on air, because I'll pronounce it wrong and I'll look stupid. Please nobody say I look stupid anyway. I'll get it in first, okay? Anyway, Hooser's got a penalty. What do we reckon? 10 seconds? Are we going to go for 10 seconds? I keep pressing the wrong button again. Yay! Not that I'm rejoicing in the fact that he's got a 10-second penalty. Oh, Soups just asked Hiker, does he not love you too? But Hiker's full of love. He's just one of those guys. He is full of the love. In the meantime, I'm stuck on his screen as we are watching Hooser going into the pits. He's got a non-vaporized pit crew. He's got no vaporized. That's weird. No one's vaporized anymore. Anyway, 44 laps in, we have somebody called Frelly Jr., who is now a stonking 46.7 seconds ahead of anyone else. So roughly about a second a lap. Just to give you all a rundown. That sounds like he was paid to say. Oh dear me. He probably was. Gav probably said, look, you know, I'll deposit some money into your PayPal account if you say this. Terrible things you do. You can't prostitute yourself for cash, can you? In the meantime, Flayboy, we think, has definitely given up the ghost. Phoenix, bless him, is not having a good time tonight so far, but he's chasing after Hooser, who's got a 10-second penalty. So technically, Phoenix is 11th, isn't he? Pete's in the pits. He's been there for a while, so it could be the pits, literally. Ibridge is the GAVRA prostitute team. Oh dear me. Sorry. I probably better not elaborate on that one too much, I don't think. I mean, would that be the equivalent of a MILF then? I'm not sure, but that's as far as I'm going to go. Anyway, 9th place, we've got Ibridge, who's just said hello to the wall in a very affectionate way. We've got Matteo there, who is just going past the fountain and trying his best to kiss some tyres. Again, most of these people. Vectro's made his way into 7th place. But considering he's had a bit of an up and down type of race, I don't think he's really bad. I'm sure he'd like to get himself back into the top 4, but I think that's going to be a tough ask now. He'd have to make up a minute 20 in 11 laps, which I don't think is going to happen there. No, I said the equivalent of a MILF, not that I was a MILF. No gender reassignment here. No gender reassignment. But yeah, Pirelli, 1 minute 30. I don't know whether Pirelli's just is. Yeah, because I think Pirelli had just hit the wall when I went to him. That's what I thought he'd done, but I wasn't altogether sure because it looked like he'd started from a standing start. Yeah. Dilf. Yeah. I haven't fathered any. Well, my wife hasn't got any children. I mean, I spent my childhood in Blackpool, and let's just say there could be lots of my siblings. Well, my children scattered everywhere, but I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. Let me see on here. So let's jump in with everyone as we are here with Vectro. So he's currently 2.5 minutes behind our leader, Ferrelli. In fact, most people are quite a bit behind him. Even after the pit, Hayo's still 23 seconds behind him. Yeah, I know, it's just, he is, I just want to know his secret, in all fairness. Tell you what we're going to do, we're going to go to our leader, Mr. Ferrelli Jr. and have a little look. Shall we have a masterclass for a lap? We haven't done this, have we? Let's have a little masterclass for a lap and see what this guy does. It's interesting just to see how the decent racers do it. I know he's in a different car to what some of you guys will be driving tomorrow night, but it is interesting to see what these guys do and how they do it, where their braking points is, when he puts pedal to the metal. Quite smooth, nothing too heavy on that. Obviously hitting into second gear, looking at the speeds he's got there. 18 litres of fuel left with 7 laps to go. As let's see there, that's it through. Is that no, it's not flat track, is it? I know the secret, he's got Lewis Hamilton's number. Yeah, he's probably got his setup as well. It's like, let's have a look there. Again, still maintains pace around that corner, which is something I found really hard to do. He still maintains. Obviously, there is a big drop because you've got 180-degree very tight turn, but he makes it look rather effortless, doesn't he? I think that's the biggest compliment I can give him. Yeah, you're right there. I think hashtag blessed has to be the way it is, but he's definitely on his own, shall we say? I think it's fair to say on that. Yeah, looks quite simple, looks quite effortless. Off, back on, just after the apex. Definitely. Hashtag best fans. Superb. All of us, all the people that have braved the nasty inclement weather to be on our stream this evening. Fair play to you. That Audi's on rails compared to mine tonight. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. That could be Rip It Up's rails as well. You know, as when he's driving those trains, when he's standing on the footplate going there and back again, under bridges, over bridges to his destination, while all the passengers are standing at the station. How many of you are old enough to know where that came from? I'm really interested to know. That's your trivia thing for today then. What's the programme it's from? And you can't answer, Gunnar, because you're going to know. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We're just having a look at Flayboy's smashed up windscreen. Anyway, let's get back out on track. Let's have a look. Let's go trackside. Yes, what programme? SCLD? After you've just said your age, mate? You haven't got open L. What, you want a Thomas the Tank? No, not now, mate. It's a family show. No. No. So anyway, Phoenix is in 12th position. I don't think he's going to be able to catch Huser. Even with a 10-second gap, he's still another 9 down, so he'd have to do a bit more. I mean, I'm assuming that's still a 10-second gap. I'm still seeing those. I mean, obviously at the moment we've got Hello Champs 13 seconds behind Hayo. I don't know whether Cash can get close enough to Hello Champs, but really those are the only guys that are near enough to one another. Obviously Huser and Pete, there's some closeness in that. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at them. Let's see where we're going. So obviously this is Hello Champs, who's currently in the 3rd position. Oh no, some lovely person dislikes, said Soup. Oh dear. Ho hum. Never mind, eh? Can't please everyone all of the time. We do try though. We do make an effort. If you disliked, why did you dislike? Why not tell us? What didn't you like? We do aim to please, honest, really do. So in the meantime, like I said, we're looking at Hello Champs in 3rd position, who's having another good, solid race. I'm just going to jump away from the top three, Chris. Sorry, mate. Yeah, probably me. Yeah, exactly. Well, I was going to jump and have a look at those just to see, but I just wanted to have a look at Pete and who's and Phoenix there. Pete looks like he's struggling a bit there. So is Phoenix going to catch him? Over the engine. No, it wasn't over the engine. I remember it over the engine. Over the engine. On Jones Esteem. Nice station. I know I live in Wales, but I'm not quite there, you know. As we look at Flip Flip, who's just gone past Pollux, because Pollux is in the pits. So that's what he said. Oh, Pollux. In the meantime, so we've got Flip Flip there with, yeah, Pollux is staying there. He's not coming out anytime soon. So Flip Flip is into 5th with the Indian driver. No. Oh, he's Jones Esteem. He was Welsh. He was from Wales. You know, like that. That's my worst ever Welsh accent. That. I even live in Wales as well, and that's just no excuse for being rubbish, is it? Never mind. In the meantime, back to Ferrelli is 51 laps 5 at Sam. Sorry. I'm going to look at Pete, because Pete is close to Phoenix. There's a little bit of a battle going on. You've got to get the answer before the end of the race. You've got the best part of 5 minutes. Obviously it's about a train driver. Probably worked that out. Let's have a look. So Pete and Phoenix having a little battle here for 11 and 12. Will Pete have to... he didn't even know what the question was. The question was... I'll tell you in a minute, hang on a minute, because I want to look at Hello Champs, who's right at the back of Hayo. He is literally... He's passed him. Why did he let him past? Hayo must have damage. He must have damage. He's got to have damage. I'm just trying to look at the front of Hayo's car. He has, he's got some damage there, hasn't he? Casey Jones, I remember that too. Yeah, he's got to be going in. Is he? No, he's not. He's staying out. It's probably not worth it. It's probably not worth it. No, he's got damage on that right side, I think. So I don't think he had the pace to be able to hold him off. And I think he probably thought, I can't hold him off. If I'm going to slow my teammate down, it might bring Cash into the equation. So as far as goes to, yeah, absolutely, P2. So Hayo might well have a problem. He's lapping 127 last time out, so his pace has dropped right off. So either he's got damage or his tyres are somewhat in not again. He's gonna power down on him rapidly here because he's lapping 7 seconds faster. So I'm gonna stay here with these two. I think it's going to be a battle. Yeah, Chris is saying I think Cash will finish 3rd. The way it's going at the moment, yeah, I think he might too. It's going to be close though, because according to this is a 21-second gap, right? We're on lap 52, 54 for these guys, but Ferrelli's done 53. Ferrelli is he's not lapped these guys, has he? No, that's okay. There's 50 seconds in it. So it's got to be nip and tuck this. It's going to be, yeah. Yeah, SCLD has said exactly the word that I wanted to use, but I couldn't. It sounds like trucked. But obviously there are more technical terms to use for tyres which are not in the best state of repair at this point in time. But yeah, 3rd and 4th I think is going to be the battle. And it could be literally down to the last couple of corners. Hayo's obviously going to be well aware of this. But I think he's probably just going to try... He might be trying to do what I did on Monday, which is try and nurse your tyres in. And I'm tempted to think that's what he might well be doing. But at the moment, you've got Cash now, who's bringing that down. Hayo's last lap was 1:26.2. Cash's was 20.2. So that was a 6-second gap. Was 16 seconds. Hayo might still hold this. Depends how much his tyres degrade and whether he gets whether he does get a bit of a knock. I think he's taking it probably a bit more conservative to make sure he does stay on the track and doesn't hit anything. Yeah. Tut from Sally there saying, "You're too young to use words like that. Wash your mouth out with soap." So Firelli's on the final lap. Firelli is on lap 54 with Hello Champs, again a sterling effort to be into second place, and again really solidifying his position in this championship, which might be surprising a few people. Hayo in third still, but there's not much in this. There's still 13 seconds, mind. The car that we're seeing behind Hayo is either Matteo or Vectro. It's probably Vectro. No, it's Matteo. Typical, isn't it? I had a choice as our leader and winner. Firelli takes the plaudits. Hello Champs will take second place. Hayo is going to take third. Obviously the car behind him isn't Cash, but obviously Hayo will take third, holding out from Cash. Still managed a 10-second gap on Cash. It didn't quite transpire into what I thought it was going to be. Let's have a look. Yeah, there was still a 10-second gap there between those two. So Hayo was third. Cash is just come in. Cash is into fourth place there. Fifth for Flip, another solid show in there. Oops. We got two Flips. As you've just noticed, he's now just, I don't know, morphed. There are two Flips. So race result: Firelli Jr. again, a ridiculously solid performance to win by 47 seconds from Hello Champs. Again, sterling effort. Hayo gets himself on the podium after a bit of an up and down race, cashing it fourth after very, very unfortunate event, which I'm not quite sure which of the GTRs that was he went into. Flip again, another solid fifth. Vectro managing to get himself into a sixth position again after an eventful race. Pollock's in seventh. Vectro's teammate Matteo in eighth. Ibrich in ninth. Husa in 10th. Pete in 11th. And from sunny LA on this lovely evening, that's it from me. Good night.